I want you to pull out a $1 bill. I want to show you something.
Luxury
I got to
beats.
show you this. Now, if you take out that $1 bill, flip it over on the back side of it, and you will see a lot of Egyptian symbolism. Listen, before you got any of these consciousness organizations, before you got a Hebrew Israelite, before you got a Muslim, before you got an Asiatic, before you got a Nubian, before you got a black Christian, before you had a Pan-African nationalist, before you had a black nationalist, before you had black consciousness, let me tell you something. Before any of all that, people had wrote about you, and they knew that the people that they had in captivity, no matter what way that you want to carry on in this, or you want to evade this issue, or you want to put it behind your back, that they knew that the people that they had in North America in particular, descendants of the people that had built the place, the country that you call today Egypt. I don't care what dude have came to you and said anything. History is best qualified to reward the research of anybody. What does history say? What does the architecture say? What does the monument say? What does the mummy that have been unearthed? What does that tell you? What does the artifact tell you? What does the writing tell you? Something has to come into your mind, beloved brothers and sisters. That how can you just have a people just vanish from history, but then you got a new people come into existence in 1619? Answer that question for me. How do you have a people come into existence in 1619? That's what they say, that Negroes came to America. They called these people Negroes. Where did they come from before? I told you in my teaching that Negro is a word that means necro. Necro means brain dead. It's a black substance in the mind where your mind goes into decay. Brain dead. Even connects to a disease called necrosis. Hence, this is why they named the city of the dead in Necropolis, Egypt, because those are your ancestors. When any of these black groups get done, these conscious people get done, when it's all done and said, you are the dead people. How you dead? You dead culturally, spiritually, economically, socially, politically, psychologically. You wounded. And you're laying here dead. Because out of Africa, the head of those peoples, it was chopped off and taken and buried in the northwest country. That's the head. The head is away from the body. How are you going to have the body function like normal if the head is off the body? The head is the brains of the whole operation. Without the brains, you ain't got nothing. Without under the seat, most times it's under the seat or around back in the glove compartment of a car. If you take out the computer out that car, the brain, you can't operate that car. If you take the motherboard out of a phone, out of your Samsung phone, out of your HTC, out of your iPhone, out of your LG, whatever your phone is, your BlackBerry. You take that out, you ain't got no operation. It won't even power on. You need that because why? The electricity will plug into that motherboard, and then the whole screen will enlighten. Talk to me. Without brain, you have no brains at all. You don't know what to do with your life. It's I give up on everything. Why? If nothing is in the brains to even listen to me. So what we have here on the back of the $1 bill, look at it. That's not where I want you to look at it. Where I want you to look at is that capstone. Because when you, and I got a few minutes. Now, if you look at that capstone, look at it real good. You find that I don't want you to focus on the word. No, I want you to look at it. Look at the scenery. It's desolate, isn't it? Look up that word, desolate. 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 Look up that word. That's part of your homework assignment. There's nothing there. Nothing there. Why? Because the people of old Egypt is in the new Egypt. And in Freemasonry, you can get this in the writings of Albert Pike, which is the sovereign Grand Master and the writer of all literature, besides Manly P. Hall. What did he call America? What is America known as in Freemasonry, the Scottish Rite and the York Rite? What is it known as? The New Egypt. So you take the people of old Egypt and you bring them into the New Egypt and you build a civilization. This is how we got this. You better listen to me and you better learn. You better get this together very quickly. Because you are out of time. You are under judgment. So then, when you look at this, it's desolate. Why? Because the people are gone. They in the New Egypt. As citizens. You call yourself American. But that new dawning light within Egypt, a new civilization was being born. It's called Amarna. So back then, that city of Amarna, those that was in the city of Amarna was called what? It was called the Amarnians. These are the people of reform. What was they reforming? They was reforming all of the deviations that was in society. And so these became the chosen people. These chosen people wind up being kicked out of there because of its leader that was happened to be the Pharaoh over the whole country, which is Pharaoh Akhenaten. The stone the builders reject has become chief. So now he said it's one God. You have made deviation. And that deviation ain't no good. It's ineffective for this time. That's what he said. And thus it's ineffective for this time too. You can't do that. I don't care what society you belong to. I don't care what books they write. It's ineffective. That's not going to get you out of your problem. Your problem is that you turn against Akhenaten, Nefertiti, and you deviated from Maya. And therefore, the Creator turned his back on you. And all kinds of evil came down upon the people until they were driven out of that country, into all countries in the world, and you was marched out butt naked to expose your shame to the world that you deviated from that which called you in righteousness. Oh, you don't want this. They don't want this. You want to romanticize. You want to intellectually masturbate. Well, what can we do to solve our problem? Keep my eye and you shall live. Simple as that. You don't know how to keep my eye? Then you need to visit my website and then find out how. You need to be in organization and community and building yourself up. But why are you being judged right now? Why are you in America being judged? You being judged because when you look at the throne of Osiris, great God, when you look at that throne and you see the American flag is there, it's upside down. Wow, it's on the throne. That's where they get the imaging of the American flag. Why? Did you know that Osiris' throne is called the Great White Throne? But he's sitting on top of it. The white people, the Asians, the Eurasians and European peoples, the reason why society was transferred to them is because you deviated, it becomes them to be the judge over you. Because you deviated. You deviated. You wanted to mix in with them anyway. We gonna put them under and make them subject until they turn back to my yard, bowing the knees, looking up at that disc in the sky and saying, Father and great mother, I have sinned against you. I have been in spite against you, but I'm turning back to the way by listening to the voice of your Son that have come down and to redeem us from our deviant ways. By listening and being resuscitated by your soul, you become back into right standing. Now you know what to do with your life. You know who you are because I'm going to call you exactly who you are. You are the Amarnians, the people of Akhenaten that he chose. You want that judgment from these people to end? Then you got to turn back and to do what's right. Even those that's all over the world, all the Africans, all the southern, those in southern India and Australia, they all deviated from the way. So it says that it was one name given under the heavens, by which one can be saved. Why? Because everything else has been perverted. You got to go back under the name of the Son. What is his name?